Darknight going up against Mohawk and Arya versus a Stripe. And this is gonna be incredibly fast-paced.
This is an interesting matchup for Arya as the Arya player here, where Arya theoretically should beat Stripe. In theory, a lot of Arya's moves just are a little bit bigger than what Stripe wants to do, and can snuff out all of Stripe's movement. That being said, Stripe's really unpredictable, especially with the self-explosion. The skateboard is also sometimes really hard to deal with. Chainsaw flying through the air, while also having to pay attention to the bone saw flying just like that. But able to stick the knife. Let's see if we can do anything with it. That could have been a little bit more possibly, but getting a solid 30% lead. But quick fight back from Stripe. Bringing it just back and forth. This is really slowly turning into a boxing match and just hitting each other a little bit at a time.
Absolutely very even back and forth in that early game, but Stripe has been able to get that momentum very early on. Arya now seems like they're going to try and secure that edge guard, but Stripe is able to break through. There is that skateboard and the self-debt as well. A very mobile character is Stripe, able to sort of dart around a lot of the arena at their will, but Arya coming in nice and close, trying to break up that damage a little bit. Once again sticks the knife, but not able to get much value from it this time. Looks like Stripe might be looking for the elimination. There is the firearm that does secure it. But Stripe being at 80, it's not going to be impossible for Arya to bring this back. They just need to land their hits, land another very good knife. Perhaps get underneath the Stripe where Arya is at her deadliest. And she may be able to get the elimination, which she does. It's going to be one stop apiece, 5 minutes 35 seconds on the clock, 0 to 39.
Really, just anything you can do, I can also do. Because they really just have been trading hits. Unfortunately, Arya getting caught out with her movement, leading to this 81% deficit, while Stripe is just dancing around everything. That bones was really annoying. It's just sticking around, staying in between the Arya and the Stripe in a way that's just really hard to deal with. Because Arya just has to be in the air you just have to deal with her blade, with her combos. It's the longest snipe I've ever seen, but unfortunately unable to capitalize as they lose their second stock. Stripe is basically at the full one.
No, absolutely. An incredible knife throw from Arya there, but wasn't able to get the most value from it. And then Stripe looked like they were starting up a bit of a combo, but Arya able to break out of it. The versatility of the character there. Getting underneath Stripe exactly where we want to be. The Stripe getting that little bit of extra height. There is the chainsaw, another deadly blow. Arya desperately needs to get this elimination if they want to stay in the game, but Stripe, it seems, has been able to even up the damage, 85 to 69, with Stripe being a stock up. This could be over. Arya able to just stay alive, but the firearm out of nowhere is able to get the elimination. Stripe is going to be a point up. Very well done, Darknight.
Stripe only clicks heads, is what I've learned. He will one-tap you over and over again if you're in the wrong place, wrong time. And Darknight put Mohawk in the wrong place at the wrong time. Taking game one in a solid runaway victory. Kind of really grab the ball, move forward with it, extending the lead over and over and over again. Just when it was advantageous to trade hits, traded hits. When he was able to push the lead and the combos just a little bit further, was able to do so, and getting the kill on Arya. I will note that I might be the last Arya to run airwalk. I haven't seen a lot of other people run it as of late. So a lot of these combos that
this won't last
Mohawks are going for is a little bit shorter, but it's all about that really positional advantage that Arya is constantly trying to get, but it's able to do so as already Darknight is pushing Mohawk off stage and getting full control of the game immediately, as Arya has basically run out of dodges, out of resources. Oh, able to get above the stripe though and make it back on stage. Huge deficit going into game 2.
No, absolutely. The issue you had there was, like you said, Arya using so many of her resources and just taking more and more damage for it. Now at 103, as they try to secure a ledge guard of their own, they're desperately trying to claw it back here, but the skateboard to get the elimination, a rare elimination tactic that we see in these tournaments. Arya now trying to answer back, but the self-detonation is going to catch them. Gets caught by the buzzsaw as well. The constant use of that projectile from Stripe is giving Arya more and more to worry about. Does get Stripe into kill range, could get an elimination very easily here, but misses the charge attack, and Stripe able to capitalize on it, sees that opening, finally gets the elimination, does the Arya. But once again, immediately Stripe is right back on the offensive, and Arya is forced to retreat 60-22.
It's really feeling a little desperate from Mohawk, trying to find these big hits, trying to close out these stocks, while, you know, Darknight is just kind of chilling, eating some grenades, swiping at the ground, kicking, pushing, you know, just really doing everything right and just keeping the momentum in his lead. You know, even though the damage was easily evening up, it really still feels like Mohawk is just not in control of it, which is not a place you want to be with Arya. As soon as that momentum starts to shift, it's really difficult to bring it back into your court. But Mohawk doing their best, getting a couple of good hits, but unable to close out the second stock. Mohawk needs to get it as fast as possible.
And now Arya very close to that second elimination here. The self-death is going to bring them right back in, but right up close and personal where Arya wants you, as they set up that knife, gets that second elimination, and now going to be playing safe as best as they can. The issue you have is obviously Stripe here is very, very good at those long-range attacks with the gun, using the skateboard, using the self-detonation close to distance. Arya now in a very dangerous position, being at 108. We can see them jumping around here, playing it nice and slow. The self-detonation gets Arya very, very close to the edge of the screen, and both dancing around the outside was enough to get the elimination